there's another way to do it, but I think this is fine. Actually, let's do this. Okay, and then, yeah. Yeah. Actually, what I can do, just move this over just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can see my arm. Reaching for the mouse. I think that's fine. Okay. Start from first slide. Okay, this part will be edited. Okay. Anyway, I think we are good. Okay. Starting now. Hello, my name is Ananth Prabhu. My presentation is titled Global and Local Perspectives on Contraceptive Use Among Young Adults. It focuses on a campus survey analyzing emergency contraceptive vending machines, conducted as part of this biostatistics course at NEIU. This survey analyzed 11 out of 55 potential comparisons, revealing 1 week This survey analyzed 11 out of 55 potential comparisons. I wonder if I should reword that. Hold on. No, I think it's fine. This report analyzed 11 out of 55 potential comparisons from the survey. No, you know what? Go back to that. This survey analyzed 11 out of 55 potential comparisons, revealing 1 week trend, which was This survey analyzed 11 out of 55 potential comparisons, revealing a weak trend, which was differences in vending machine convenience preferences between international and domestic students. While the small sample size limits validity, this cohort is the first of many planned to gather broader insights. Future analysis will examine unstudied comparisons, helping NEIU Student Health Services address students' needs, including health product availability, privacy, and affordability. The survey highlighted student interest not only in contraceptive products, but also in non-contraceptive items like the first aid supplies and hygiene products. Continued data collection will help identify health disparities and guide funding decisions to better serve NEIU's diverse student population. This research is essential because it identifies student preferences for health products and services, guiding improvements to accessibility and convenience. It highlights potential health disparities between domestic and international students, informing decisions about the privacy, location, and affordability of these products. Ultimately, the findings provide valuable data for enhancing student health services over time, which is exactly what the purpose of a needs assessment from evaluation is all about. The top graph shows that the convenience of vending machines offers privacy in a closed-off nook area, but also offers just enough visibility so students actually know it exists. The bottom graph, highlighted on the slide, featured two important facets to ensure that the emergency contraceptive Plan B is available anytime and can be afforded by students who need it. The data presented here comes from just one of 10 survey questions, focusing on students' health product preferences for vending machines. The graph shows the pregnancy tests were the most requested item with 5 mentions, followed closely by hygiene products and first aid supplies, each with 4 mentions. Other items like drug prevention kits, various types of condoms, and dental dams were less frequently requested, suggesting more specialized needs. Data was collected through convenient sampling using QR code access and the Data was collected through convenient sampling using QR code access on the vending machines and tabling events in NEIU's Student Union to reach participants. Importantly, the survey maintained anonymity, with no personal identifiable information or tracking of respondents. One of my graphs and acquired data was vaguely similar to the context of research from one of my sources in my literature review. Vexstein retrieved his data from college students in 35 states and Washington, D.C. Students at NEIU, by comparison, gave the most priority to wanting pregnancy tests, with the next 3 products being non contraceptive health products. Non NEIU students in Vexstein's research used and wanted to use hormonal intrauterine devices, IUDs, condoms, and the birth pill over all other forms of contraceptives. All other forms of contraceptives received less priority by all college students in both studies. All graphs in the research report includes similar lines of code in the appendix of the research report. This slide demonstrates the use of RStudio to create a bar graph based on one of the survey questions about health product preferences. The graph displays the frequency of specific health products requested by students, with pregnancy tests being the most desired item, followed by hygiene products and first aid supplies. Using libraries like ggplot2 and dplyr, the data was cleaned, processed, and visualized to highlight these preferences. The custom colors and horizontal bar layout make the graph easier to interpret while emphasizing key trends. This coding process ensured the data was accurately represented and visually accessible for further analysis and discussion. This slide explains the statistical methods used to analyze the NEIU Student Health Services data. Due to the predominantly categorical nature of the data, the chi-squared test was the most appropriate for assessing relationships between variables like convenience of location and national status. Chi-squared tests are non-parametric, meaning they don't rely on assumptions about data distribution, and they compare observed frequencies to expected ones for 2 independent variables. Additionally, a one-sample t-test was conducted on numerical data to compare the sample mean against a hypothetical population mean, assuming a normal distribution. Together, these tests provided insights into both categorical relationships and numerical trends forming the basis for hypothesis testing and confidence intervals. This test adopts a cross-sectional design. This study adopts a cross-sectional design analyzing data from NEIU students at a single moment in time. It's descriptive in nature, helping identify associations and trends among this specific cohort. The data also serves as a valuable needs assessment, shedding light on the current state of health product accessibility and preferences. Expanding the survey into a longitudinal study could allow researchers to track these trends over time, revealing shifts in needs or disparities influenced by external factors. However, conducting longitudinal research would require tracking individual respondents, meaning their anonymity could no longer be maintained. This would enable trend analysis, revealing shifts in student preferences, evolving needs, and disparities influenced by factors like enrollment changes or external events. The analysis revealed a weak trend suggesting that domestic students might prefer certain vending machine locations while international students may prefer others. However, only one-fifth of the 55 possible two-variable comparisons were analyzed, leaving several potential associations unexplored. The small sample size of the study, with only 8 respondents, the small sample size of the study with only 8 respondents limits its generalizability. The sampling method being convenience sampling also limits its generalizability to more vocal individuals who are willing to participate in the survey. Larger sample sizes in future research could improve the reliability and validity of these findings. The graph comparing student status shows that the neither category was included as a screening response to help isolate non-student participants, and the graph comparing student status shows that the neither category was included as a screening response to help isolate non-student participants and maintain data integrity. For the question on vending machine convenience, responses varied, with most students indicating the locations were somewhat convenient or very convenient. Individual survey responses provide actionable insights such as identifying specific health products students need, like hygiene supplies or first aid kits. These findings give the importance of needs assessments in enhancing NEIU's student health services. Expanding this research could lead to more tailored and impactful allocations of SHS resources. Future analysis will focus on the remaining 44 comparisons to uncover additional trends, primarily using chi-squared tests. Expanding the sample size is critical to improving the study's validity and reliability. Collaborating further with NEIU's student health services can help address key concerns such as affordability and privacy. Tracking trends by enrollment years and domestic or international status could highlight disparities and specific needs among students. Continuing the survey indefinitely with new cohorts each semester would provide ongoing data to enhance service offerings and adapt to changing student needs. I would like to extend a special thank you to NEIU Student Health Services for their invaluable collaboration in the study. A heartfelt thanks to Aiden Pereira, NEIU's health educator, for his support and guidance for giving rise to this indefinite survey and data collection. I'd also like to acknowledge Javaria Azim, NEIU alumni, SHS staff member, and a former guest speaker in this class, for her contributions to this project by meeting with me in designing the Qualtrics survey. Their expertise and assistance were essential to the success of this research. Their expertise and assistance were essential to the success of this ongoing research. These are my sources.